This movie has swords and magic and giant elephants and a huge fucking snake and a giant demon warrior with a skull helmet and a flaming cape on his back. Okay? This thing's fucking metal, dude. What's up, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Whiskey Business, the only YouTube channel that tells you exactly how drunk you have to be to see a movie. Today, we have been privileged to see King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, 2 weeks early at the King for a Day event that we had to wait in line for like 7 hours to see this fucking movie.
Exactly. But we caught up on a lot of comics.
But we did it for you people. And let me tell you something. This movie was pretty cool.
The power. It was Vortigern who murdered your father.
There is certain directors that I will see their movie just based on their style. Edgar Wright is one, Guillermo del Toro is one, and Guy Ritchie is for sure another one. This is a Guy Ritchie directed movie, and you can tell from the very beginning. You don't even have to tell anyone who directed it. Right when someone starts talking, like, okay, this sounds like a Guy Ritchie movie. They're talking quick with quips and jokes and cutting back and forth in a conversation fast, and I love his style. I will watch all Guy Ritchie's movies just because they're so entertaining. Even if the plot isn't that great, just the entertainment value of watching what's happening on screen is pretty fucking cool. And you add that to a sworded, sandaled, magic fucking giant animal killing tornado sword spin fire movie? I'm in.
His other movies, such as Sherlock Holmes, one of my favorite movies of all time. Absolutely loved Sherlock Holmes. So I was more than happy to go see this movie a whole 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah. On paper, this sounds like a bad idea. It's like, why would Guy Ritchie direct a medieval fantasy movie? That doesn't fit.
No.
But they made this work because it is super entertaining. It's extremely funny. Charlie Hunnam, who plays King Arthur, he's fucking perfect. He's the perfect blend of a smart-ass, badass, who also is like trying to not do this shit. He's like a reluctant hero who just, fine, I'll fucking kill this guy, Jesus. The music, I don't talk about scores a lot in this movie, I should, but the musical score in this movie is fucking awesome.
It's metal.
It's so fucking rad.
It's fucking metal. I mean, there's like montages that are metal. There's just like cutscenes that are metal. The soundtrack to this movie is literally gonna be on your workout playlist because it's that good.
It's fucking bitchin'.
It's very, very metal.
It's like a live action Frank Frazetta painting. And it's like, go online, look for Frank Frazetta paintings, look at the artwork. That's what this movie looks like the whole time. Just fucking huge monsters and fucking blood and guts. I had a very good time with this movie. My hopes were decently high because of the Guy Ritchie movie, but this was better than I thought it was gonna be.
I mean, I didn't like the movie as much as Josh did. I thought it was good, but I didn't think it was that great.
Dick.
Yep, sorry.
Dick move.
Sorry. Sorry about that. Let's talk about that villain, man.
Oh boy, yeah.
Wow.
Jude Law, you're a piece of shit, dude.
Dude, Jude Law as a bad guy in a movie is gonna be a win no matter what. He makes everybody in the theater wanna fucking kill him.
He's one of the most hated villains in recent movie history that I can think of that I hated this fucking much. I did not like this guy. And even he knows he's an asshole. There's some things he does in this movie, he knows it's wrong, but he's power hungry, he's a fucking piece of shit, and he just does everything wrong just because he wants to have a little more magic. And along the way, you become just a total dick. Arthur, you better fucking just chop his dick off.
With that huge sword, just, oh! And then the dick just flying off.
You pulled the sword from the stone just so you could use to cleave his dick clean off. That's the only reason you did this, Arthur. Because this he's got to go. And the fight scenes, when Arthur wields Excalibur, it goes in this like slow-mo like Sherlock Holmes-esque type thing, but like times 1,000, where he's just slow-mo fucking shit up. He'll destroy a whole room of people.
I'm not gonna lie, it's badass, those fight scenes, but at the same time, the fight scenes were so cool, but I didn't feel like there was enough of them. You know, it just took them so long to try and develop the powers of Excalibur that, you know, when you finally got to see the fight scenes, you were like, oh fuck, can he just do that every time? Like, can we go from just that scene to the next scene that's just all fight scenes?
I think the end gets kind of jumbled. The last like 30 minutes are kind of a mess in terms of plot points that are just being fucking thrown at you by the handful. Just like, fucking this does this and this does this. Like, whoa, hold on.
When did this happen?
When the fuck is it?
When did we see this?
Whatever, but it's like so visually captivating. You're like, okay, whatever. I'll Google this later why the fuck they're here. Because this fight scene with this giant demon guy is pretty cool to look at. Even if it was a mess, I enjoyed watching the mess that was in front of me because it was pretty and badass and fucking metal as shit.
I enjoyed watching it, but at the same time, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Joseph Campbell's The Hero's Journey, and I felt that the movie touched on every single plot point of that, which I thought was awesome, which was great, but I felt like it dwelled on each plot point a little too long. And I was kind of feeling a little bit bored in certain scenes because it's just kind of like him, you know, rejecting the powers or him not wanting to take on responsibility. It just kind of dragged on a little bit. I thought it was a really good take on King Arthur, one that I wasn't really used to, or we don't normally get to see a backstory of King Arthur, which was cool, which I loved.
Yeah, that's when you get to see him being raised in a brothel.
Yeah.
Protecting hookers his whole life. What a stand-up guy.
I know. Honestly, when I think about King Arthur, I'm like, man, I hope he protects hookers. I hope this guy is a hooker supporter.
The whole sword thing, that's cool, but what's your position on hookers?
Seriously.
In terms of this being a rock and roll version of King Arthur, I was very entertained. I loved all the characters, I loved the action, I loved the look, I loved the soundtrack. I had a very good time watching this. This is a type of movie I didn't know I wanted, but I'm so glad I got, and I will give this movie a sober. I really enjoyed this, and I hope you're watching this video and planning to see it when it actually comes out in theaters, because it is worth it, and I know they want to make more of these, and I want to see more of these, so give them your monies.
I would like to give this movie a drunk, right in the middle for me. I thought it was a good movie. At the same time, I just felt that, you know, it was a little slow in some categories that were really tough. Like I said, noticing like a couple plot holes made it hard to get over. I thought it was definitely entertaining, but at the same time, I feel that if you get good and drunk and then you go watch this movie in the theater, you're gonna have an awesome time, especially with all that metal music.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So I give it a drunk, but I totally support Guy Ritchie films. I absolutely love them. So if they make another one of these, sequel, anything like that, I'm gonna go watch it.
And you should too. Cheers! Until next time, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and check out this movie when it comes into theaters, because I want to see more of them, and it's up to you to give me that entertainment.